Shalom Akim. Shalom Yasharallah. First off, I want to give all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, giving double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching us His truth to rule well. 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. The hand of a man is betwixt the heel and the hand. Other questions, Ezra, ask thou not. All right. So as we can see now, Israel is rising. All right. We're waking up through the power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, realizing who we are and following what our heritage is, which is to follow Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, doing the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our abilities, teaching the word of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, and going out to the highways and the hedges to prophesy. All right. It says, I answered then and said, O Lord that bearest rule, if I have found favor in thy sight, I beseech thee, show thy servant the end of thy tokens, whereof thou showest me part of last night. All right, so this is adding on to what he showed Esdras. So he answered and said unto me, stand up on thy feet, and hear a mighty sounding voice, and it shall be as it were a great motion, but the place where thou standest shall not be moved. And therefore when it speaketh, be not afraid, for the word is of the end, and the foundation of the earth is understood. And why? Because the speech of these things trembleth and is moved, for it knoweth that the end of these things must be changed. And it happened that when I had heard it, I stood up on my feet and hearkened, and behold, there was a voice that spake, and the sound of it was like the sound of many waters. And it said, behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh, which is Yahushai, and to visit them that dwell upon the earth. All right, so Yahushai is coming back, and will begin to make inquisition of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Sion shall be fulfilled. All right, so currently Israel is in affliction. All right, the Mount of Zion is in affliction. So when the days are up, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is going to come back. Verse 22, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and full storehouses, Salakia, shall suddenly be found empty. And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. At the time shall friends fight one against another, like enemies. And the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs and the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape, and see my salvation, and the end of your world. All right, so the end of the world is going to come when all these things come to pass, man. All right, which is the RFID chip that is going to be pushed, martial law, Jacob's trouble. All right, so all these things are going to come to pass, man. And there's going to be all kinds of catastrophes that happen, earthquakes in diverse places, which has already started. You're going to see, like in California, we just saw a bunch of wildfires. I'm not even sure if it's still going on. Tsunamis and hurricanes and, all these things, water turning into blood, which is going to start happening as well. Famine of the word. All these things are going to start coming to pass, man. When the internet is shut down and videos aren't going to be able to be uploaded or watched, And it says, verse 27, for evil shall be put out and deceit shall be quenched. All right, because all these things have to be put away, man. The old world, which is the world we're living in now, the land of Babylon, is going to be put away. All right. And when he talked with me, Behold, I looked by a little and a little upon him before whom I stood. Salakia. Let me reread verse 28. Salakia, I didn't finish. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome. And the truth, which hath been so long without fruit, shall be declared. All right, that's happening right now. The truth is being declared, man. All right, the truth of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai is being declared. All right, and it's out there in the highways and the hedges. And verse 29, and when he talked with me, behold, I looked by little and little upon him before whom I stood. And these words said he unto me, I am come to show thee the time of the night to come. All right, like we said we seen in 2 Peter's chapter 3, that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is like a thief in the night. All right, it's gonna be that time, man. You're not gonna know where it came from. All right. This is Romans 9, and I'm gonna start off at verse 1. I say the truth in Mashiach, I lie not. My conscience also bearing me witness in the Holy Ghost, the Rakah Kodash, that I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Mashiach, for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption, and the glory, and the covenants, and the giving of the law, and the service of our power, and the promises. Whose are the fathers, and whom as concerning the flesh, Mashiach came. All right, so he's an Hebrew Israelite man that came through the fathers, who is overall, God blessed forever, amen, not as though the word of our power hath taken none effect, but they are not all Israel which are of Israel. All right, just because you see a Negro, Latino, or a Native American doesn't mean that they're going to be in the truth, man. All right, to be an Israelite means to follow Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Verse 7, neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children, but in Isaac shall the seed be called. That is, they which are children of the flesh, these are not the children of our power, but the children of the promise are counted for the seed. For this is the word of promise, at this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son. And not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac, for the child being not born yet, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai according to the election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger. All right, and the elder is Esau, and the younger would be Jacob. We just read that in 2nd Ezra. All right, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with Yahweh? God forbid. For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. All right, so who are you to say that Esau is going to be saved? If Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai already deemed it to be sending Esau into slavery. All right, and that's what it says in Revelations verse 10 or 13. When it says, you know what, let me get it. It's Revelations 13 and 10, I believe. Revelations 13 and 10, let me start off at 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, which is Esau. All right, Esau led the Israelites, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. All right, and we just read this also in 2nd Ezra chapter 6. We are in affliction. So the Most High already set it up a certain way. What makes you more special than the Most High? All right, this is Habakkuk chapter 2. And I'm going to start off at verse 2. And Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak. All right, so the vision is about Jacob's trouble, man. That's what's coming. Martial law, which is Jacob's trouble. And then the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip. All right, all those things are going to come, man. You know, all those destructions, the ICBM missiles that Joel chapter 2 speaks about, those are to come also. You know, all these things are going to come to pass because Yahweh Hashem Yahushai has already deemed it to be. All right. Verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. I lie not in Mashiach, like we read in Romans 9. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. All right. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is not slack, like men count slackness. All right. So even though it seems like it will tarry, wait for it, man. Stay in the truth, because it will not tarry. All right. Verse 4, behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. All right. And that faith is the faith that we have in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. This is Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and that was not spoiled. All right, that's the Edomites. And dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. All right, so for people saying that the Arabs are actually the Edomites, all right, you can see who's ruling the world. You can see who's putting other people into affliction. You can see the one that has led mass murders. It's the Edomites, all right, not the Arabs. And dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. All right, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. All right, whenever you seek for peace, that's when things are going to be turned up on you. Oh, Yahweh, be gracious unto us. We have waited for thee. Here is the patience of the saints. Be thou their arm every morning, our salvation also in the time of trouble. All right, and that's Jacob's trouble, man. At the noise of the tumult, the people fled. At the lifting up of thyself, the nations were scattered. And your spoil shall be gathered like the gathering of the caterpillar, as the running to and fro of locusts shall he run upon them. Yahweh is exalted, for he dwelleth on high. He hath filled Zion with judgment and righteousness. All right, so those troubles that Zion was going to go through, man. Verse 6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure. All right, so we're supposed to be holding on tight to fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and to hold on to the truth that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai has